Frantz and Jamie Arty, a software engineer and an event planner turned full-time mom. They live in this 10,000 square foot mansion in Oyster Bay with their 3 kids, Gigi, Fallon, and Fitz. The mansion was originally built in the 1800s, and when they bought it, it didn't look like this.
When we first purchased this home, it had been abandoned for years and no one was living here.
The Artys discovered the property back in 2017 after getting lost.
The only place to pull over was in this driveway, and lo and behold, we saw this big, old, dilapidated, beautiful house that needed a lot of work.
When they found it, the home had severe water damage, a tree through the roof, and suffered years of neglect.
People would come in and vandalize it, and I think they would come in and take things and just ransack the whole place.
The bank said no to a mortgage, so the young couple paid $800,000 cash for the property in 2018 and got to work.
I guess we're a bit naive. We walked in you've seen it on HGTV, we can do it too.
After 4 years of renovations, the Artys are breathing new life into the old mansion and writing a new chapter in its long history.
The more I found out about the history of the house, the more I loved the house.
The mansion was once home to Theodore Roosevelt Jr. and his family.
We thought it would be really fun to kind of recreate the picture of the Roosevelt children and just kind of kind of have it next to pictures of our children sitting in the exact same spot that they sat in about 100 years ago.
The pieces of history are seen throughout the home, filled with antiques and art pieces. Jamie paying homage to the original homeowners.
So this is actually William Townsend McCoon.
William Townsend McCoon, a well-known judge with famous friends.
He was an abolitionist, and he was very adamant and very verbal and vocal about being against slavery.
Decades of lived stories and experiences fill the home, from its hallways to its staircases.
This is the original servant staircase. Through my research, we found out that he actually hired a woman by the name of Sophia Moore, and she was a woman of color. These are the steps that Sophia Moore would have taken, going up and down the steps when she worked here in the home as a paid servant.
This property is full of history, and a lot of the history you can see right here at the cemetery. This headstone, the oldest, dating back to 1687, where Robert Townsend, who once owned slaves, was buried. In the 1600s, folks that looked like us would have never, ever been able to own a property like this. It's a full circle moment, almost. Yeah. How does it feel for you guys?
It's humbling. It's very humbling.
While their land has seen some of Long Island's ugly past, the Artys say they are giving it a new future.
What better way to take something that was so ugly and so negative and so bad and take it and turn it around into something beautiful.
Their journey has caught the attention of a global audience. More than 30,000 people are following their renovation journey on Jamie's Making Over a Mansion Facebook page.
I wanted to document our process through the restoration and restoring the home. And so I figured I'll just start a Facebook group, and I'll just document everything as we go.
For the Artys, taking on this project was a big step, but owning this land is much bigger than the house itself.
It's really important for us to leave something for our children, for generations and generations. They can have this, and hopefully it'll stay in our family for a really long time.
I think anyone can get to this point if they just truly work hard and be passionate about something.
Faith Jesse for Newsday.